Well, hello everyone. I finally resolved the horrible audio quality just in time for me to do a fluff piece video because I want to recap what I talked about this week since you can't even watch those videos. They're just awful. They're bad. And it sucks because I loved those topics. But what do you do? So this week I talked everything from gay pride to Georgia Guidestones and Bill Gates and depopulation, and then we talked about wage labor slaves, and that was a really cool video, but you can't even listen to it because the audio sounds like I'm a robot drowning in the ocean, and that's a bummer, but I'm sure the topics will all be discussed again, and I wanted to recap them, but I don't want to go over the same information, so I just wanted to bring up the fact that I'm well aware the audio quality was shit, and if nobody watches them, oh well, they'll come back into the round of topics soon, I am sure. I thought it would be fun to end on Friday though with kind of a more lighthearted topic, and everybody's talking about the Kanye West Famous video. And I thought it was a really clever idea. Obviously, wax figures are being used. I thought it was a little creepy that he has breathing throughout the video so you can hear and see their chests moving and stuff so you think they're real. That was the only creepy part. Other than that, I thought he was brilliant. He calls out George Bush, obviously, with the infamous Hurricane Katrina fight that he involved himself. I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was really clever for him to put Ray J and Amber Rose in there. First of all, I just love that he keeps the repartee going with Amber Rose. I thought they were an amazing couple. I actually liked them better than when he's with Kim Kardashian. I thought he was more true to who he was, and his art was better then. But I will say that I do like where it kind of led to Amber Rose having her own off-ramp on this highway of bullshit career celebrity-isms. But I like Amber Rose, and I think she's pretty cool, and I love her slut walk and all that campaigning and stuff, but I do like that they stay in each other's lives. You know those exes that you just can't get rid of, for good or bad or indifferent, because they're involved in your life, whether it's people see you guys together or want to bring it up so much, or whether it's one of you two involved in the relationship can't let go. It's kind of nice to see celebrities go through that too. Plus, she's just really good to look at. And I'm gay, and I can say that, so yum. Kim, obviously, in it. But I think everyone can agree that the most perfect choice was the Taylor Swift wax figure because she is just so uppity and annoying white girl at Starbucks. I cannot stand her attitude. I think she puts on this farce that she's such a good girl, but really she's probably the biggest bitch in the game. I don't know her personally, and her fans just seem like the ordinary average that I went to school with from kindergarten to college. No in-depth knowledge there. Honestly, I don't mind her music. She's cool, but I knew her back when she sang country and it was shit, and she dissed gay people. So, I don't really care that much about her. And she doesn't have a career worth following for me. She's not that entertaining. But it was still cool to have her in the video. I'm sure she's going to be the most upset about it, which I think will fuel the fire to get more views onto the video. It's a pretty cool video. It's a unique idea. It's nothing insanely brilliant by any means, but it's something to get people talking for a week, I guess, so go Kanye. But I do think it's really cool that he is still pushing the boundaries. He's one of the only few that calls people out on their crazy bullshit or calls people out on how much they buy into themselves. I kind of like that he's bringing these people down a step, especially Donald Trump right now. He needs to be called out for some of this dumb shit. I'm actually surprised that Donald didn't use this as an opportunity to get more of a platform for the younger vote, and kind of joke or be witty about it. He was just nope, I had no involvement. So that was kind of shocking to me. Everybody else naked in the video, I didn't really care. Nothing provocative or cool. I don't even remember who else was in it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It was a way to cap off the week. But if you have any comments about any of the topics that were discussed this week, from pride to depopulation and Bill Gates, that was a creepy one, to wage labor slaves, that was a really cool video because it was talking about just communicating with your coworkers and your friends and your family about what you make in the workplace, what's expected of you, the job obligations, and just so we kind of all know where we should be, especially entry-level kids. I mean, you go into a job completely blank. You have no idea what to expect, especially for wage. But if we were talking about it, or if it was taught to us, or even if our parents gave us a little bit of insight, it would really give us a step up when we enter that field. And I don't know why we keep each other from wanting to have a step up. It's like we want to hold each other back, but really, if we all helped each other up, it would help everybody. Like, it would come back full circle. So I want us to like pay more attention to that, because we give corporations and business and bosses and managers and the elite, we give them too much power. And this is something we can do, just to talk and communicate about what's to be expected. And I was talking about how it'd be cool if there was a coalition or a union or a group, maybe globally, that united for laborers, so that we taught people that it's illegal to pay an income tax on your labor. There is no law requiring you to pay income tax, and yet we do it every year, and it's demanded by April 15th that it be done, or you're threatened and all that weirdness, but it's illegal. There's no law stating you have to pay money to the government from a tax on your labor. Your labor is your time. That is your earnings. It's supposed to be what people back in the day, their time in the fields and growing food and stuff like that. That is not something the government can collect on, and nobody knows it. I mean, you know, it's important stuff like that that we need to talk about, because we're being treated like slaves or like prisoners. It's not okay. And you know, it's weird that we don't even talk about that. We're treated like that on the daily. We kind of just go with it. So to me, this YouTube channel and videos like this are a catalyst to get the conversation going, and that's really all they're supposed to be. It's not to convince you of anything. It's not to force you into a way of thinking. It's to open your mind on things you weren't thinking about, things you probably have thought about or wondered about but never discussed with others. It's just that stuff. So before you clap back, just understand it's just to open your mind, and there's many topics that I'm learning from doing this and that you will learn from by paying attention. So all of that said, I hope you had a good week. Sorry about the shitty audio quality, and I will make sure it's better for next week. And take care of yourselves for the rest of the day. And shout out to everybody celebrating Pride, June month coming to an end, but still happy Pride, everybody. Congratulations, LGBT. We made it another year. Don't lose your minds. Shout out to anybody still hurting from the Orlando shooting. And let's keep vigilant about that, because I don't quite believe we all know the true story. I think there's much more to figure out. I think that was an inside job by our government. But then again, how do you prove it, right? Anyway, take care of yourselves the rest of this week. Have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July. Peace out. Love.